What made you forbid someone from ever entering your home again? Last winter, I got this 11 p.m. call from my childhood friend Amber. We hadn't talked in months, but we were tight as kids. 3rd grade, sleepovers, sharing snacks in middle school, all that. She was bawling on the phone, said she'd just lost her job in Colorado, her roommate dipped without paying rent, and she had nowhere to go. She asked if she could stay at my place in Oregon for just a month until she got back on her feet. I didn't even hesitate. Of course, I told her. Guest room's yours. She showed up 3 days later with 2 raggedy duffel bags and this big-ass grin like she just won the lottery. That first night was honestly great. We ordered a pizza, stayed up until 2 a.m., watching dumb YouTube videos, and reminiscing about the time we snuck out in 10th grade and got caught by her mom. Felt like nothing had changed, but something did change, real quick. By day 4, I noticed she wasn't applying for jobs at all. I'd leave for work at 8 a.m., and when I got home at 6, she'd be in the exact same spot on the couch. Pajamas, laptop open to TikTok. I'd ask, "You send out any applications today?" She'd go, "Oh yeah, tons out there. Just waiting for the right fit, you know?" Never looked up. By week 2, she started dropping weird little comments. Like, I'd be doing laundry and she'd be like, "You have so many pairs of jeans. You wouldn't even notice if one disappeared, right?" I laughed, but it definitely made me pause. Then she started asking questions like, "How much is your rent again?" And "What internet provider do you use?" I told her that wasn't really her business. She just smiled and said she was curious about budgeting. Week 3 was when it all detonated. It was a Tuesday. I was at the grocery store grabbing lunch stuff and my debit card declined. Not once, 3 times. The cashier looked embarrassed. The lady behind me sighed loud enough to knock over produce, and I had to leave everything and walk out like I'd tried to rob the place. I checked my account in the parking lot and nearly threw up. $47. It should have been over $650. Charges I didn't recognize, Amazon stuff, some quick cash advance service, even a $200 ATM withdrawal in a totally different zip code. I sped home, heart pounding, logged into my email, found password reset emails I didn't request. One said, "Welcome to your new credit line," for a store I'd never even heard of. And then the worst one, an email from my bank confirming my mailing address had been changed to my own address, which meant someone was trying to intercept new cards or statements without me noticing. I stormed into my apartment and there she was, Amber, curled up on the couch, giggling at her screen. I dropped my bag and just said, "We need to talk." She looked up like nothing was wrong and said, "What's up? You look upset." I showed her my phone and said, $600 is missing. Want to explain that? Her face went ghost white, then flushed red. She started stammering, said she borrowed some info to get by, but she was going to pay me back. I said, "You borrowed my identity?" She started crying, saying she didn't mean it like that, but then she went full defensive. Said I left my laptop unlocked. Said my mail was just sitting out. Like that gave her permission to open credit cards in my name, sign up for food stamps using my address, and apply for sketchy online loans. She even tried to open a phone plan. I told her she had to leave. She exploded. Full meltdown. Screamed that I was abandoning her like everyone else, that she had no one, that I was ruining her life over a few dollars. I didn't yell back. I just walked to my bedroom, locked the door, and called a locksmith. By 4 p.m. that day, every lock in the apartment was changed. When she came back from a walk holding groceries, probably bought with my stolen money, her key didn't work. She banged on my door for over an hour, yelling about betrayal and how I'd ruined our friendship. I didn't open it once. The cops said pressing charges would be tricky since she technically had access to my place and my stuff, but I still filed police reports, disputed every charge, froze my credit. It took 4 months to clean up the mess. My credit score tanked. I had to explain the same nightmare to 5 different banks, had to prove over and over that I didn't open those accounts. Amber never apologized. She texted me a week later saying I'd overreacted. I blocked her. Now I don't care who you are, old friend, cousin, coworker, nobody stays over, and nobody touches my Wi-Fi.